All right, so we're gonna go over boys JV Maroon. I want you all to see why we're having the type of practice we're gonna have coming up. You all have to learn to execute, but first I need you to value what I'm saying and not just think I'm holding you back or anything like that. So y'all are winning games. There's a lot of fool's gold going on. So because y'all got some good athleticism, y'all have started playing the 1-3-1 decently well. So it's really tough for these teams to score against you. It's the way y'all execute offensively, it's not sustainable to play against the better team. So we're going to talk about that. Now, there's a stat I heard a long time ago, and basically the stat goes, like whatever percentage you shoot, like most people shoot, like if it only hits one side, on average, people shoot about 25%. They say if you get a paint touch, then it's going to go up by like 20%, which is staggering. And then they say if you get a paint touch and the ball touches both sides, your shot percentage goes up another 20%. So now we're looking at about 65% possibly just by doing those two rules. And really it moves the defense and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at y'all's first 12 possessions. Now, the possessions I took out were fast breaks. And I didn't count the passes until after you've crossed half court. So if a person threw it ahead from one side of the court to the other, I didn't count that as a pass because that's not an executing play. That's advancing the ball. So let's watch these possessions and let's learn from them. All right, so this one was really good to see. I'm not going to count it as a possession because they called a foul, but I like this. We drive baseline, and then a Levi immediately runs to the 45, and because of that, he is wide open. Unfortunately, they called a foul. So let's watch the actual first possession. They take the ball out. All right, so no pass and just a shot. All right, second possession. I actually don't mind this one a ton. If we feel we have a matchup and we want to post a guy, that's very different. All right, but nonetheless, it's still one pass and a shot. So we're 0 for 2. All right, so here's our third possession. We cross half court, so that's one pass, two pass, and immediately before play develops, the shot's going up 0 for 3. All right, here's the fourth possession. We cross half court, one pass, shot already going up. Luckily, we get a rebound, but remember, against the stronger teams, that's not going to happen. So that's fool's goal right there. So look, so far the ball has not touched both sides of the court not once. We haven't passed the ball over two times, and nobody's gotten a paint touch. That is a lack of toughness. It is so easy to just jack up a three, and like we're not good enough to just jack up threes yet. All right, the only shot that we got that I thought was the closest going in was our post up, and that was a fadeaway. All right, so here's the first possession where we get over two passes. That's one, two. We also get a paint touch. We still haven't crossed and touched the other side. Now, this is a bad shot. It's contested. There's no reason to take that shot, especially when you'll have good offense. But nonetheless, because of there's been a few more passes and player movement, there's going to be a lot easier. You're going to be a lot harder to block out. So now that's our first basket because we got an offensive rebound. But I think it's because the ball moved multiple times as well. Okay, so now we're on our sixth possession. All right, one, two. All right, so we've gotten to our third pass. The ball should be swung right here for one, but even if it's not, right here, we got to get better at seeing open guys. All right. So, like, we're still playing for ourselves. Like, if you just throw a bounce pass right here, that's the easiest layup Caleb can have. But right now, y'all are a team that are looking at yourselves consistently. All right. So, nonetheless, but because there's a paint touch and extra player movement, we get a foul. All right. Should have had a layup, but we get a foul. So, three passes, paint touch. Should have been a made basket with extra pass, with a fourth pass, but we get to the line. All right, seventh possession. All right, we come down. The score is 6-6. It's a close game, and y'all only have 6 points because of the style of play y'all have been playing. And really, the offensive rebound that y'all got was off of a bad shot. So right now, one pass. We're already. My guess is we're going to shoot that, and no paint touch. All right, so you got to create player movement first. Nonetheless, we won't count that as a possession because they called a 3-second violation. All right, eighth possession. We're dribbling down. One pass, paint touch. Got to shoot that. That's a great. That's just a great play. They're gonna give you a layup. You got to take it. All right. Here's a ninth possession. Remember, we don't throw count pass till they cross half court. So here's our first pass. We do get a paint touch and get the ball to the other side of the court. Now, it's a sloppy possession. So really, the paint touch really doesn't count that much because once we scramble and all that stuff, it's not an immediate kick. The defense gets to reset. This team's struggling, so we still end up with a shot. But as you can see, this is not the offense we practice or want. So, all right, 10th possession, one pass, throw it back to the same side it came from, so it didn't cross, and the shot's going up off the dribble three. All right, so that's three. That's our 10th possession. No, it didn't touch both sides, and no paint touch. All right, next possession. One, two passes, shot goes up. All right, we did get a paint touch that time. Still no more than three passes. All right, and I want to express that like bad shots become contagious because once everybody see it, feels like, man, all we're gonna do is pass and then that guy's gonna shoot. Then you got to get your turn to shoot, and so this what happens. It just one pass shot. That shot's 11th possession. Now y'all get offensive rebound, and I can't tell you how rare it is for a shooter to get his own rebound. That's why I never say follow your shot. So, but like I said, that's the shot we got. So another miss. All right, position number 12. Pass, one pass, shot. It did get to the other side of the court, but no paint touch, uh, in one pass. All right, and I'm putting this clip on here. We're shooting a free throw. I just want to make sure y'all understand, like the best time to shoot a three, or one of the best times, is after offensive rebound because all eyes are at the middle of the court. So we get an offensive rebound, one pass, and we get a shot. But that's okay because that shot is behind a rule. We're also going to take a break to make sure guys are seeing execution. Free throw plays, we get a spin, and that's why we get the offensive rebound. So I really love to see y'all executing stuff that's been taught. All right, here's the final possession of the quarter in which I won't count, but I want to put this because, guys, multiple teams have done this. The clock is running down. We hold the ball to take a volleyball three-pointer. All right. And this isn't just Kevin. There's multiple teams with multiple people that've taken that shot. Kevin, you are too fast, too athletic, and too good with the ball to settle out here for that shot. There's nobody on this court that could stay in front of you from getting to the hole or creating a better shot than that. All right, so let's get a quick recap. Y'all, in this quarter, y'all had 4 total paint touches, in which you went 2 for 3 from the field, which is 66%. And then you shot 2 free throws because of your player movement once you got a paint touch, and then you missed one of those shots. On the shots where you took 2 or less passes and no paint touch, y'all had 8 possessions and y'all went 0 for 8. All right, so where the other points came from is y'all got an offensive board against a not so great team, so fool's gold. And then y'all didn't run an out of bounds play, y'all just threw the ball in, and then we shot 1-3 off of a offensive rebound. So that's where all your points came from this quarter. So y'all should be up in the 20s if you just execute better. So when y'all see me getting on y'all, when y'all just come down and jack up a shot and I'm losing my mind, I want y'all to revert back to this video so you'll understand why. And this is really where you have to grow at. Let's look at this first play of y'all's second quarter. That don't count as a pass because it's behind half court, but one pass, two pass, paint touch, three pass, other side of the court, wide open three. You all could get that shot anytime. Those shots y'all took in the first quarter, why not take this shot by just moving the ball 3 times and touching both sides of the court? All right, so here's a play. I actually hate that y'all scored on it because it's such fool's gold. So we take a terrible shot. All right, that's a great contest, and we know it's a terrible shot because he airballs it. All right, so then offensive rebound. All right, and usually you get offensive rebounds on air balls a lot of times. So we take another shot one pass after we get the rebound. All right, and then we score. And the reason it's fool's goal is because y'all know when y'all play the stronger teams, you're not gonna just shoot until you miss. So y'all scored, but The ball got passed once and shot, once and shot, once and shot every single time. All right, so here's the third possession. Got one pass, got two passes plus a paint touch, three passes, read a closeout, floater. All right, so that's another. Y'all have had two of three of y'all's best possessions at the opening and the second quarter. The problem is y'all don't know it, so y'all can't come down and duplicate it, and we know that because we're about to go into the next possession. All right, so next possession, get the ball, we lose it. All right, dribble up, shoot. So basically one pass and a shot. And here's the thing, like I was hearing some of the players talking about, yeah, I really don't get the offense, or I don't understand these things. It's not that y'all aren't capable of running offense. It's just y'all don't really want to right now. And I don't want that to sound bad. Yeah, let's put it like this: y'all don't value it right now. So I think this is your accountability video. So now when we see players playing like this, hopefully we see how bad it looks because you see it back to back to back. Now the reason y'all have 20 points is because I'm cutting out when y'all get steals and things like that for layups. But in terms of running offense, the really good teams are going to get back and make you play in the half court. All right, here's a possession. So we do get a paint touch, which is why we're right there. All right. So we get an offensive rebound after that. Best time to shoot a three is after offensive rebound. Not quite like that. Usually it's from underneath the rim where you kick it out, but nonetheless, y'all get a bucket off of this one. It was one pass, paint touch. All right. And again, I don't mind this possession. One pass. We got a guy middle, right? So we get a paint touch, wide open shot. All right. So here we got a paint touch. Nice bounce pass. I think that's Ethan who had a similar play. This is the same bounce pass you got to be able to make, Ethan. I think you shot it and you needed to throw that bounce pass right there, make the game easier for everybody. Keep this in mind. I don't want y'all thinking I don't want y'all to shoot or drive or be aggressive or things like that. But like you gotta understand shot selection. All right. So here's a quick way to think of it. Are you in your range? Are you open and are you balanced? If all three things are true, I have no issues with you shooting. I think who was that? Levi hit a jumper from mid range. That's perfect. Even if it's off one or two passes. But if all three of those things aren't true and you take a shot, you have to be able to make that shot 8 out of 7 or 8 out of 10 times in an empty gym on your own for me to say, oh, okay, I'm fine with you taking it. And a lot of y'all haven't earned the right to take the shots that y'all are taking. That's my point. All right, here's our position. No, we didn't have any passes on that one in a shot. Still get offensive rebound. And remember, it's easier to block you out when there's no player movement. Like if you're just standing still, it's easy for him. But if that person has to run and guard double and guard stagger screens, you'll get more offensive rebounds. That's my point in making paint touches, allowing the ball to touch both sides, and running a play or offense long enough for other people to get a chance to move. Because then, even when you shoot, we can still save the possession and get more offensive rebounds. This one, we got one despite not doing any of those things, but that's because of the competition. All right, so here's the final recap. When y'all passed the ball 3 times or more, y'all had 4 possessions in which y'all did that. Y'all went 3 for 3 from the field, so you made all your shots, and then you got fouled on the other one and made your free throws. When y'all had possessions that were just where you had at least a paint touch, whether it was a good or bad possession, don't matter. Y'all had 10 possessions in which y'all did those. Y'all went 4 for 6 from the field, which comes out to 66%. You shot your 2 free throws, and then you got 3 offensive rebounds out off of that. So the free throws would be 1 possession, 5 plus 3. So yeah, you only had 2 empty possessions when you did that. When you had 2 passes or less, I actually stopped at 12 on my paper, but I stopped at 11. Y'all were 0 for 11. So outside of that, where your points came from were fast breaks, which yes, we want those, your free throws, right? But we gotta become a more efficient team in the half court if we want to reach what we're capable of. All right, so watch this video, watch it a few times. Make sure you learn and start understanding that, man, I gotta really focus on running this offense. And there's gonna be players that can be outliers and play outside of the offense some, but as a collective, y'all need to know where people are, where they're going, where your shots are coming from, and that's gonna make the game a lot easier. So be great. It's on you.